This week's episode is sponsored by Avenue X Group. On today's show, I'm going to show you how to stop wasting time with big books. You like big books. You can't deny. Hey, I'm Joe Rejewski, the host of Computer Funhouse, the show that puts the fun and power of technology in your ever-capable, non-geek hands. You know, like any parent, from time to time my kids shock me. What are you doing?
Homework?
With that thing?
A dictionary?
A dictionary book thing?
How else am I supposed to look at words that I don't know?
I'll show you. Ooh, how else am I supposed to look at words I don't know? Listen, I'll show you a trick on Google. When I was your age, I used to waste a lot of time with books once. A few things more disturbing than seeing a child turn to a book for information. Okay, so if you're about to use a $2 word, how do you make sure it is the penultimate word before having to turn to a dictionary? Well, Google has a simple trick for doing this, and I use it all the time. Just in the Google search, type the word define, followed by a space, and then the word you want to look up. You'll see a quick definition of the word, and if that is not good enough for you, you'll also see Google search results for links to definitions from other online dictionaries. Really? Penultimate doesn't mean like the ultimate? Like more than regular old boring ultimate? Who knew? Anyway, a couple of other things you can do in the Google search bar are type an equation and use Google as a calculator. Don't have a calculator handy, just enter some numbers you'd like calculated into the Google search bar. You can even paste in a tracking number for UPS, FedEx, the United States Postal Service, as well as get the weather just by typing weather and the city or zip code you'd like the weather for. Pretty cool. How simple is that?
Simple's good.
I agree. Want to play some video games?
I have a few more hours of homework to do.
Oh, pshaw, and a few more hours of homework to do. Come on, I'll write you a note like I always do. The teacher will never know.
Smartphone magic.
When ending a sentence on your smartphone, you don't need to type a period. Period non necessario. Just press the space bar twice and a period will be magically entered and the next word you type will be capitalized since, after all, you are beginning a sentence. Well, it's time for a quick word from our sponsor and then on to some of your questions.
What are you doing with this?
I just found it.
Yeah, I thought so.
Ready to give your IT guy the boot? She is. For the best IT support for your office, call Avenue X Group and get fast service from friendly consultants, all for low flat rates. With our promise, we will never ever use your copier as a shoebox. Office IT support, Avenue X Group.
Questions from you.
What exactly is the cloud and is it safe to use? Well, Deborah, like the word penultimate, which I recently learned what it recently means, the cloud can mean a lot of different things to different people. Essentially, the cloud it's a catch-all phrase for your data being accessible over the internet rather than stored on your computer. Now, many companies have what's called a private cloud, where you can access your company data from anywhere by logging into their servers over the internet. Or your data could be stored in the cloud on the servers of a cloud services provider like Microsoft, Apple, Google, Dropbox, or Amazon. And is it safe? It's hard to say exactly. You know, all the time you'll hear in the news about companies being hacked, and I'm sure the cloud services providers are taking reasonable precautions, and for the most part, your data is perfectly okay. But for anything really sensitive that you're concerned about, you may just want to store it locally on your computer. But if you're going to do that, be sure to regularly scan for viruses and, of course, back up your data. How do I make strong passwords that I can remember? Well, Andre, because every single website nowadays requires some kind of a login, people have a hard time keeping track of all of their passwords, understandably. There are even apps for consolidating all of your passwords, but my thinking is that if someone gets into that app somehow, they have the keys to your entire kingdom. So here's what I do, and all you have to do is memorize 3 passwords. I come up with 3 complex passwords: a low level, a medium level, and a high level. Now, all 3 are complex, and they have all the stuff that you know you're supposed to have. An uppercase character, a lowercase character, a number, and they're at least 8 characters long. And if you want to be extra cautious, you should throw in a special character like a question mark or a $sign. Then I use the low-level one for every website that requires a login, but doesn't record anything important like my credit card info, or my weight, or my age. So when I go to the boardwalk, I can win a box of taffy. I has no idea. And my mid-level password is for websites where credit cards are used, like shopping websites. And then my high-level password is reserved for only banking websites. So if someone was to get my low-level or even my mid-level password, I wouldn't need to be too concerned about them accessing my bank info and then suffering the embarrassment of seeing what's actually in there. Well, that's it. 3 passwords, pretty simple. And that's the end of the show. You made it. Congratulations. Did you like it? Of course you did. Take a moment to go to our Facebook page and use penultimate in a sentence and impress the hell out of everyone. I'm Joe Rejeski. See you next time on Computer Funhouse. You like big books and you can't deny. You other... What? Just do it.